What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tyrant's Mythic Difficulty Guide for Halo Anniversary. Today we are doing the second mission in the campaign,
Chief?
Halo.
Chief, can you hear me?
And let me tell you, I've beaten this mission several times on Mythic Difficulty, and I am absolutely positively ashamed on what I'm about to do.
Warning. I've detected multiple Covenant dropships on approach.
Now, obviously, the first thing you want to do here is move across this bridge. And yes, by the way, this is legendary all skulls on. As you can see, Malfunction took away my health bar. Bastard. Now, just like on legendary, you want to avoid the banshees as best you can, and you want to use the trees to your advantage here. You will probably get hit a couple of times. No. There we go. Okay. And of course, it sucks when you get hit because you have the Black Eye Skull activated, which means your shields do not recharge unless A, you melee an enemy in combat, or B, pick up a health pack. Obviously, you're going to be doing more of the latter in this case because when you melee a grunt, you die. That's because of the Grunt Funeral skull. It can work for you and against you. That elite has his shields down, so we're going to start grenade spamming. I know a lot of you frown upon this, and believe it or not, I do too. And unfortunately, this is what Mythic for Anniversary has been reduced to. When you can't use Covenant weapons, and your ammo is reduced 4 times the normal rate due to both Famine and Recession, your options become extremely limited. Now, grenade spamming in this mission is far more practical than it was in the Pillar of Autumn because you're in open environments here. You're far less likely to die. That doesn't mean you won't die. I have suffered many times from a misplaced grenade. And if you're not careful when you toss grenades, if you toss another one immediately, the explosion from the first grenade will toss the other one back at you. And yes, I have been killed this way as well. And as you can see, we have our shields down. I can't tell where my health is at the moment.
I'm reading a lifeboat beacon over the next hill.
And that might be a good thing. It means I'm not focusing on it. Now, when you first encounter this initial battle here, we're going to toss some grenades to try to force the grunt bodies over there next to the elite so that when they explode, they'll kill the elites just like that. There's always at least a minor and a major. We already killed the major. The minors are a lot easier to kill. Even on legendary, they only take 1 headshot with a sniper rifle. Now here you want to meet up with Johnson, and he's going to brief you on what's going on. Now, obviously, we're low on health here. There are 2 health packs up top, and there is 1 near the lifeboat down below. You're not going to need additional ammunition, but you will need to stay away from the flare since it's affected by the boom skull, and it will kill you.
It's a mess, sir. We're scattered all over this.
So you're probably wondering what the rhyme and rhythm is to conquering this mission on Mythic. I'm about to be very ashamed of myself. So there's the first dropship. Just start chucking those grenades. See, there's a perfect example of a grenade ricochet. As you can see, we're just tossing grenades. Between that and the exploding grunts, the elites typically will fall too without much of a problem. Yes, more grenades. Oh, they're getting closer. We got the major. We need to get the minor. Come on. Oh, I think 1 bounced up here. Yep. Alright, second ship is over here on the left-hand side. Same deal. What are you screaming for? Yeah, I'd be leaving too if I was lobbing grenades like a mofo. Believe me, I'm extremely ashamed of myself right now. And it looks like, did we get them all? Yeah, there are more. You want to try to get rid of each wave before the next one arrives. Otherwise, they're going to start trying to infiltrate the tower itself. And that's not good. You're going to have your hands full. We're already down on shields again. You want to try to reserve the health packs because you're going to need them later. You want to save at least one health pack for the final wave. And then another one for when you actually leave this area. So this is the third drop ship. It appears behind the flare tower. Once again, you know the drill. Just start tossing grenades. 2 elites drop out of this one. Typically, it's at least 1 major and 1 minor, which seems to be typical with all of these drop ships. Typically, they're made up of grunts, jackals, and 1 minor and 1 major elite. And we either got them all or they're hiding extremely well. I think we got them. So now this is the final wave, and 2 drop ships will come off and drop off some foes. First, this one over here on the left, and then another one on the right. Same deal. Now, if you don't get all of these right away, it's not that big of a deal because you're not going to have any more to worry about after this. Dropship number 2 is coming down here over on the right-hand side. Had to think about that for a second there. Same deal. Now, he's going to retreat back to his buddies, which is probably a very stupid idea on his part. Now, you really want to aim for the grunts, because when they catalyst explode, they can take out the elites and jackals with them. Uh-oh. No, no. There we go. Okay, we got him before it was too late. So now we want to get this health pack over here. There's still 1 more health pack for us later. Uh-oh. That was bad. Oh, how did that not kill you? Come on. Well, that did. No! Oh, you always turn around at the wrong time. Now, no. Oh, whoops. See, that's what you get for all the grenades you killed me with in Halo 3. Alright. Alright, that's the signal that you have killed every last single Covenant in this area, so all you need to do now is get a health pack, wait for that Warthog to drop off, and move on to the chasm.
Is that you, Fohammer? Roger, Fire Team Charlie. Good to hear from you. Fohammer, we need transportation to the command shuttle. I'm on my way.
Why is she spinning around the facility?
If those lifeboats make it down, the Covenant are going to be right on top.
That does not look good.
Fohammer, we need you to disengage your Warthog. The Master Chief and I are going to see if we can save some soldiers. Roger, Cortana. Okay, Charlie Team, Warthog deployed. Saddle up and give
Well, if there's one thing I know how to do, it's saddle up. Alright, so obviously there's not much to this part. You're simply going to maneuver your way through the Forerunner Cave and to the bridge.
This cave is not a natural formation.
No crap, Cortana.
Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere.
Not necessarily. It could be a complete dead end.
Battle network. They're actually broadcasting tactical data on unencrypted channels. We should show them who they're dealing with.
Yes, we should.
Master Chief, I'm going to use your suit's transcom system to monitor their chatter.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds dirty. Alright, so... Oh, yeah, way to wake him up. I kind of lucked out with that one. Since we've got eye patch on, it means we have no auto-aim, so... You know, it's not that I really couldn't use the pistol here, but it's obviously, and as RC Master will even point out, it's just easier to use grenades. At least for some of these sections. In Pillar of Autumn, it made more sense to use the pistol, as it does in most close-quarter combat on Halo Anniversary Mythic Difficulty. But when you're in wide open spaces like this, you might as well just lob the grenades. And I'm very ashamed of this, and I'm not happy about it. This doesn't really feel like Mythic. However, it does kind of give Mythic a new spin. Just for this one game, I'm willing to deal with it. It's still very difficult because obviously you have Black Eye and Iron, and really if it weren't for those two, it really wouldn't be that big of a problem. But it does add a little bit of an extra spin. So once again, we are going to keep tossing these grenades. I guess it adds a little bit of strategy to it, having to toss grenades in certain locations without killing yourself and your gunner.
Whoa! More of them!
Alright, so we still have an elite miner left. There's a bunch of elite majors on the top of that ramp, and I'm going to show you how to avoid them. I actually did this in the legendary guide too. And if I'm not mistaken, there should be a jackal over there on the left-hand side as well. He always retreats back. Yep, he's over there. Come on. Let's see if I can get you with the pistol. Maybe not. See, it's just too easy with the grenades. And honestly, if it weren't for Black Eye and Iron, I'd almost be willing to say that Mythic is easier than Legendary, except those two skulls really do complicate things a lot. And arguably, well, Foreign as well. Well, I'll add Foreign to that. Because Foreign kind of makes it so you have to spam grenades. You really don't have a whole lot of choice. I mean, imagine how bad this would be if Tilt were in here. My God, we're just going to throw a grenade over there to piss him off. But yeah, to avoid those elites, all you need to do is use the Warthog to jump up on that ramp and make your way to the bridge controls. And since the bridge is now activated, all we have to do is ride across. There's nothing wrong with getting a ride here and there. And then ending up on the other side, where you will be facing not one, not two, but 3 zones. And you can fight them in just about any order, I believe.
There's new traffic on the Covenant battle network. A lot more crew made it off the Autumn than I had predicted. The captain really gave them hell. If we can find Captain Keyes and the other survivors, we have a chance to coordinate an effective resistance.
You can keep hoping. There we go.
Nice one.
What? Yep, I hear that quite a bit. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the order that I typically like to do these in. First, I like to go over here on the one on the left. You get a sniper rifle, and it works so well for this particular zone because your Marines are hiding underground, and so the Covenant are just sort of patrolling up top, not really aware of much.
Man, what a mess. Weapons lockers must have broken open. Weapons and supplies all over the place. Where's the bodies, though?
Well, they were either eaten or they got away. I'm moving more towards the latter.
Let's check it out.
Okay, so I like to use my gunner here to kind of lower the shields of any enemies, and also serves as a great distraction. Your gunner really will prove to be useful during these 3 zones. Now, as you can see, the blue miner elites only take 1 headshot. The majors take 2 to 3. At least 2. Sometimes because of the hitbox difference, it can take 3. Now, the problem that I have with this is that they move around a lot. I mean, these are the hardest elites to fight in the entire Halo franchise.
Here comes more.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Pop and lock, baby. We're going to try to get this guy, too. He's just strafing left and right. The problem is, even when you get that first shot off, you have to follow through with the second. And with Recession on, you only get 2 shots before you have to zoom out and reload again. Alright, screw this. It's like playing a little bit of basketball. Yeah. And that's what I call a 3-point shot right there. So now we got to get this Jackal. Again, not doing so hot with the sniper here, so we're just going to go ahead and finish this off with a slam dunk. It's 3 elites that typically hang out on this first structure, at least 1 or 2 grunts and a couple of jackals. On this top structure, we have 3 grunts, and we have 1 major elite and 1 minor elite. Once again, the major elite takes at least 2 headshots. I think I just hit him once there, so we're going to try again. There we go. And a minor is almost always going to come to his rescue and say, "Oh, buddy, let me give you some aspirin for that headache." And he falls right down next to him. Fun for me, not for them. That's the second grunt. And there should be a third one up there somewhere, but he's hiding at the moment. So what we're going to do is move up just a little bit. There is another small structure on the other side. And by the way, these two small structures are linked underground. That's where your Marines are hiding right now. But if you eliminate enough of the forces on top of the area, and I know a lot about being on top, then your Marines will emerge themselves. Otherwise, you need to go down there. Now, I would highly recommend going ahead and killing these guys first. Now, see what benefit it is to try to kill grunts near elites. They can, at the very least, knock off their shields, if not kill them entirely. And if one of them just happens to drop grenades, then that chain reaction is going to be extremely beneficial to you. And I cannot believe I did not nail that headshot. Come on! They just love to strafe back and forth. Okay, so once you've killed enough of these guys, a bunch of jackals are going to emerge from the inside of the facility. They're going to realize that their buddies are in trouble and that they need help, and try to watch out as best you can for those overcharge shots. They love using them. Jackals are the only ones in this game who can use them, but they will lower your shields instantly. And because they will lower your shields instantly, and you can't monitor your health at the moment, you really, really, really don't want to lose those shields as much as possible. Okay, so this guy's kind of getting brave, so we're going to finish him off. There is a grunt up top. You don't want to leave him alive for too long, particularly when your Marines start exiting out, because they are grenade happy. Okay, I hear another one. There we go. Now, this area is a pain in the butt for one reason, and that's because you need to eliminate all Covenant forces to move forward. And these guys love to spread out. They love to hide themselves. They try to make you hunt them down, and this is dangerous.
Secure the area before the dropship arrives.
Now, sometimes if the grunts go on top of the facility, they'll kill themselves with the flare. I've seen this happen several times.
You got me? Do you see him?
I hear another one somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where he is.
I don't see anything.
He's most likely on top of the structure. And I'm trying my best to avoid going up there. Yeah, he's definitely up there, probably on this side.
Can't hide from me.
So we're going to hop back in the Warthog, go to the other side of the flare tower, because that's our best spot to give us a good vantage point.
What were you thinking?
What was he thinking? He jumped in front of my Warthog, damn it! And in case you can hear in the background, yes, it is thundering outside right now. God, I love me some thunder when I'm not making it myself. Giggity goo. Okay, so I think I just heard the flare kill the grunt. No, he's still alive. That must have been a grenade. Alright, maybe he did kill himself.
We read you, Echo.
Foehammer will only do that once all the enemies in the area are dead. So now we're going to move on to the second area, and it's literally right across from this one. You want to be quick about it, and I say that simply because there are two Banshees dogging the area, and those fuel rod guns are devastatingly powerful when you have the boom skull activated. This area is slightly more complicated because the enemies are already going to be actively engaging your Marines on the other side on the hill. You're going to have two jackals by this lifeboat over here. There is a health pack there if you need it. Along with additional ammo, because you know we're running out of ammo like crazy with Bandanna on.
Wow, man, you got skills.
And I like to try to take out as many of these guys as possible on the first little structure. It's frustrating as hell, though, because basically what happens is you shoot them once, and before you can get that second shot off, they duck back into cover. See, he's just staring at me right now, but the second I get that second shot, he's just like, nah. No. There are also elites on the top of the flare tower as well. Now, we just can't win with this one. This, is, to me, is probably the most frustrating of the three areas because you don't really have a great vantage point, and the second you drive your Warthog to that hill, they'll all charge your location, and it's very easy to die. Now, you can tell there's already a bit of combat going on up there. I can see some folks trading fire. Now, that was a grenade ricocheting. So, once again, you want to be careful about spacing out your grenades. So, even though this looks extremely easy, there is a little bit of strategy involved to it, making it slightly more challenging than you might think it would be with infinite ammo activated. Alright, it's quiet up there now. I'm kind of tempted to jump in the Warthog and just see if I can get the enemies to maneuver away from that little structure. When you've killed enough of the enemies in this area, a dropship will arrive, dropping off more enemies. I'm going to show you how to mop those up really quickly and easily. Finally! One gave me a decent vantage point. That was on top of the flare tower. You were pretty much outside of his draw distance. I love it when they kind of point at you because you have an extra second while they're stuck in the animation to finish them off. And I'm sucking right now. This is getting really frustrating. They're dodging my grenades. They're dodging my sniper rifle. I think I just saw a shield pop. Maybe I killed one of them. I can't really tell. That had to have killed... Yep, I saw a body fly. Up, and there's this plasma rifle just kind of dancing around. Alright, I wish we could pick that thing up. Oh, that makes me so mad. So we're going to see if we can trick the enemies into exiting that structure by seeing how the Marines are chilling out up here. Now we got a checkpoint. That means the dropship is more than likely about to arrive. So we're going to meet the dropship down below and kill the enemies before they even have a chance to get out. You can always tell when a dropship's arriving by that low hum that's in the air.
Stop. We need to stay here with the Marines until evac arrives.
Now you do want to avoid the main primary gun. Ah, there was that thunder again. You want to avoid that main primary gun as best you can. A couple of elites and jackals and grunts will be exiting here. Again, aim for the grunts as best you can because you can usually take out one or two of the elites in the process. And when that search for the last survivors comes up, that means you have the ability to exit. But I don't like leaving a job unfinished.
Warning. Encrypted reports that the Covenant has located and secured.
And I really do kind of want that health back.
The good news is the captain is still alive. The bad news is that the Covenant have captured an entire surviving enemy. Let's hurry and find the final lifeboat so we can link up with the rest of the survivors.
I just had to park here, didn't I? It's good to have that secondary Marine just in case something happens to your gunner. That way you do have a backup plan. Oh, of course there's somebody left.
I see him.
Fine, come here. Got you. And there's another jackal.
Cortana to Echo 419. Stay on station, Foehammer. We have no survivors for pickup.
Now, just in case there are any maneuvering around, I'm going to go to the outside of the flare tower and go the long way around the area. You don't have to do this, obviously, but I like to sometimes play it safe. And now we are going to move to the third and final zone, the rock slide. There are two entrances. Actually, there are two entrances to all of them, but this one you really want to take note of because you'll be taking advantage of the second entrance. One of the reasons why I like doing them in this order is because it's easy to get from one to the other without taking on any opposition between the two objectives, well, the three objectives. There will already be a Covenant here engaging your Marines, which are at the top of the rock slide. Some will already be down below. After a while, they will retreat to the top. You want to try to keep them alive if you can, simply because one of the guys up there has a very useful sniper rifle, and believe it or not, he's very good with it. Once again, aim for the grunts. I think all the elites are dead, actually. Now, you'll want to do a quick scan of the area to trigger the next wave of Covenant. There's going to be 3 waves here. The final wave will have 2 dropships. So 4 dropships total. I guess you could say maybe the enemies you encounter initially are maybe wave 1, so maybe there are 4 waves, depending on how you gauge it. The lifeboat has 2 health packs and lots of ammunition. 2 health packs are beneficial. Now the first dropship is going to arrive over here on the left. The second one will arrive literally right on top of you, and then there will be another one that will arrive at the same location that one is, and then one on the far right hand side. So once again, we're going to pull the same stunt we did back in the beginning of the game, or the beginning of the mission. There aren't that many grunts in this load, so it's not going to be quite as effective, but you can at least get some of the jackals. And I can tell I already knocked out his shield, so we're going to try to hit him again. There's the second dropship. It's literally right on top of you. Typically it goes for the Warthog first because your gunner likes to shoot at it, even though in Halo 1 the dropships are indestructible and it does absolutely no good at all. That was stupid. Try to take as few hits as possible. There are grunts with this wave, making it a little bit easier. And he totally killed our gunner. Good thing we do have a secondary Marine over there. As soon as it dies down a little bit, we can get him in the gunner seat. No scope. Now this dropship likes to linger around here for a while, and it's a pain in the butt because he likes to melt things with that plasma cannon. Okay, this is the final wave. 2 dropships arrive, one there on the left and another one on the far right, out of sight currently. Get in the gunner seat, buddy. I need you. He really does provide a lot of additional support with that chain gun. Just like that. Once again, we're going to try to grenade spam these grunts over here, try to get a chain reaction going on, try to kill these elites. See, the sniper actually took out a major just now. That's pretty huge. They're not this effective in any other Halo game. There's that second dropship. This is the last one. Once you clean these guys up, you will actually complete the mission. I'm excited. Let's do this thing. This guy's charging over here a little bit. Nice chain reaction there. This guy's trying to hide. I think we just got him. Let's make sure. Oh, that would have hurt. Look at that body fly. And there's obviously still at least 1 or 2 more left. I just don't know where. Oh, there he is. This about wraps it up. I think it's pretty much in the bag now. Thank you so much for watching Tyrant's Mythic Difficulty Guide for Halo Anniversary. And he stole my kill, bastard. Check back often at www.mythictyrant.com for more walkthroughs, mainly Halo. Thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm the Tyrant, signing off.
A ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn. The Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upspin. There's our ride. Get aboard and let's get out of here.
Welcome aboard. Ready for dust off.